The mystery of human existence lies in not just staying alive, but in finding something to live for. Fyodor Dostoevsky. Hello and welcome to Escape the Jacob. This is episode 17. I am your host Rohan Nag, and today we are going to talk about the importance of having big goals. Why should we set goals? Let's start off with the reticular activating system. Reticular activating system, or RAS, is a bundle of nerves at the brain's stem that filters out unnecessary information so that important stuff gets through. Look at it this way: RAS is a filter that focuses on things that are important to you at the moment. Everything else is fuzzy. It only looks at things that are important to you. So when your goals are set very clearly and precisely, you focus on the things that would help you reach those goals. There is no fuzziness about it. It's clear. When you set your goals and it's very precise, you might look at a situation differently. You might look at a situation and see an opportunity to implement something that would help reach your goal that you would have missed otherwise. You start seeing the world more clearly. How you start seeing the pieces of the puzzle that click together to help you reach your goal. Without setting a clear and precise goal, this obviously does not happen. Sometimes we set foggy goals intentionally. For example, say the doctor tells you you need to lose 30 pounds, but you set a fuzzy goal that I want to lose some weight. Then you go to the gym for a couple of weeks and then you control your nutrition for 2 to 3 weeks and you lose some weight. Let's say you lose 5 pounds. But have you achieved your true goal? You have not. You have just lost some weight when you needed to lose 30 pounds. And people do this because they want to avoid the feeling of failing at a particular goal that they have set. Don't get me wrong, I've been there many times when I've set goal that is so unclear that it is not clear at all whether I've reached the goal or not. And this is again related to self-esteem or self-image, the thing we were talking about yesterday. If you see yourself as a failure, would you set big goals for yourself? Probably not, because you think you would fail at that. And to avoid the pain of failing at something, you just set up fuzzy goals so that you don't have to feel the pain. But why would you want to fail more? It's all like a piece of the puzzle. It's all related. Everything is related. So self-esteem is related to the goals that you set for yourself. It's almost like the overlapping circles that the Netflix drama talks about. Everything is related. Everything influences everything else. So your self-image, what you think about yourself, impacts the goal that you set for yourself. So you have to make the goal crystal clear just for you to be precise and you are aware when you have hit the goal. But The most important reason why you need a goal is not because, you lack clarity or you need something to work on. Obviously, that helps. Those are important reasons. But the most important reason is that a big goal adds meaning to your life. It adds meaning to your existence. Look at it this way. If your life was made into a movie, would you like to watch it? 5 days of doing something you really don't want, then drinking your lungs and kidney to failure on Friday and Saturday, and then repeating the cycle endlessly for 30 years. Is that the life story? Or is that an exciting drama? Is that an exciting adventure that you would want to watch on a movie theater? Now imagine it this way. You have a big goal and you go through lots of sacrifices, ups and downs, adventures, growth, sacrifice, achievement, and then finally you reach your goal at the end of the day. Imagine how meaningful and how satisfying that movie would be. And every movie that you like, it's the same story. There's a central character who has some character flaws, but who has some goals. There are certain obstacles. He grows, he changes in a certain way to overcome those obstacles. And then finally, it is very satisfying to see him win at the end of the movie. That's it. That's the importance of setting goals, or the most important thing about setting goals, to have the purpose and meaning to your life. Now, we understand why we should set goals. Now, we have to figure out what should be the goals that we set. We know that there are some people in the world who have no impact on the world whatsoever. They're just neutral people. There are some people who have negative impact on the world, and it takes years, if not decades, for society and the world to come back to the same state it was in before this malevolent person did something so horrible that it shook the world up. And then on the extreme end, the extreme opposite of this end is somebody who impacts society in such a way, who impacts humanity in such a way that it pushes humanity decades, if not hundreds of years forward. So it's quite obvious that the goal that we should be setting should be focused around decreasing the suffering of humanity, or to do something for other people, or to do something that will help other people improve their lives. But in order to do that, you need to be the strongest version of yourself. Well, you don't need to be perfect, but if you are not working towards building the best version of yourself, you don't have influence on people. Period. You don't have any financial, emotional, or motivational influence on anyone. You don't influence anyone. But if you do something which is inspirational, maybe 1, maybe 10, maybe 50, maybe 1,000 people would think, if this person can do it, so can I. So your goal should be to become the strongest version of yourself, and that would influence some people to look at their lives differently, and they might look to end suffering in their life and probably end suffering in other people's lives, and probably look to improve society in the long run. Thirdly, how big should your goals be? The answer is bigger the better. Every successful person I have listened to or read, they have astounding goals, huge goals. It would take them their entire lifetimes to fulfill those goals, to reach those goals. I mean, look at Elon Musk, for example. He wants humanity to be an interplanetary species. And there's no guarantee that he can do it in the next 20, 30, 40 years. Maybe it is a 50 year, 60 year, 70 year, 100 year journey. Nobody knows how long it will take. But Elon Musk has chosen a goal which is so big that it's larger than himself. And maybe will take multiple lifetimes to go there. But he wants to do it anyway. Also, what's the point of small goals anyway? You don't want to make enough money to pay your bills, but you want to make so much that, if you meet with an accident, if you get sick, or the economy crashes, you can choose not to work. You have so much bandwidth that you can choose to take 6 months off, to spend time with your family, to not work, to recover from your bad health. Think about what you can do for others if you have more money. You can buy your parents whatever they dream of. So why have small goals? Financial, relationship, self-improvement goals. Another thing, say your goal is something very mediocre or it can be achieved in 2 years. Say at the age of 35, you have reached your life's goals. What are you going to do from the age of 35 to 60? Your goal should be so big that you can come close, but maybe you can never reach them. If we were to live only once, shouldn't it be our aim to experience the best possible life one can experience? You don't agree with that? Why not? Because you don't think you deserve it because your 8th grade teacher said you were stupid? Because your self-esteem doesn't allow you to think bigger? It happened to me in the past as well, and it's so painful to limit what we think we can do. Okay, let's get to some very, very practical issues here. When I decided that I'm going to start a business again, that was around December 2019, I picked out my business. It was e-commerce. I picked out my niche and I wanted to make this work. I had a long-term goal. My long-term goal was not money, was not fame, but I wanted to impact a lot of people's lives positively. Then I had some medium and short-term goals, and then I had a daily routine based on those goals. What do I need to get done today so that I can reach my final goal at the end of the year? But then COVID-19 happened. And I realized that physically distributed products are going to be impossible to market right now. And I pivoted. I decided to start a podcast. I decided to start content marketing. I decided to write a book. I pivoted. The vehicle that will take me to my goals changed, but my goals, my dreams, that did not change. I still want to impact people positively. But the way I'm going to do it has changed because of whatever challenges we are facing now. So, call to action for you today. What is that one thing that you have been putting off for a long time that you know you should start? I know you have one. I had many at the start of 2020 that I've put off for 4 years, 5 years, maybe even more. I focused on one and then I did it. Today is your time. Take out a notepad and write one thing that you have been putting off for years, but you know it's important for you to do, and get started. Schedule time in your calendar from now till the end of July. 15 to 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever it is, you will be working on that goal every day so that you can build it into a habit. That's about it. It was a bit of a long rant for me, but this is a very exciting topic for me. It gets me really riled up. I hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll catch up tomorrow on episode 18, and have a good night.